never been able to work with that you really hope to work with in the future?
AJ Styles.
Awesome. And where can fans find you on social media if you are on social media?
I am there's a Facebook fan page, Drew Galloway, I believe. It should be pretty obvious. It's verified, actually, so you know which one it is. But the main one's Twitter.
Twitter?
It's at Galloway Speaks.
At Galloway
That's the main
Speaks.
one where you can keep up with where I'm at in the world. I'm in some country. But this week, I think I start where I'm at right now. I'm in New York.
Yeah, we are in New York right now,
I'm
yep.
in New York right now, and then Wednesday I'm in Orlando for 3 days, then I fly to Scotland for 2 days, then I fly back to Orlando and finish that. I don't know where I'm at that weekend, but I know I'm in Australia the week after that.
Just travel man, right? Part of the business, right?
Most traveled wrestler in the world, that's the goal. Me versus the Young Buck, who's going to be the most traveled wrestler in the world.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me, Drew. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, thank you.
And this
It's a fun show.
And this is Nick the Beard reporting for Gamers 365 at Warriors of Wrestling in Staten Island, New York.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back. Hope you enjoyed that interview with the chosen one, Drew Galloway, formerly known as Drew McIntyre, the former WWE Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
It was a great interview. I really liked the one question that I asked him, where I asked him who was your least favorite wrestler to work with, and he was completely honest too. He goes, "That might not be the answer you're looking for." Actually, it was. I liked hearing complete honesty. He didn't pause. He didn't think about it for a second. I truly believe that he loved to work with every single person that he got in the ring with.
I mean, there's going to be wrestlers who are going to name a name, and it's not always a bad thing. It's just maybe they didn't work well together.
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
mean they didn't like them, or some guys are really stiff.
Yeah.
And some guys aren't, so it's
and
hard.
And some
for
guys don't know how
match.
to work with. I mean, there are certain guys who don't know how to work with stiff people, and there are some guys who not don't enjoy to work with a stiff wrestler, but can at least know how to work with it.
Well, your better wrestlers are able to adapt to any situation.
Exactly.
Those are the ones that we say carry the match.
To carry the match, absolutely.
Hence why I don't want to see Sting versus The Undertaker.
Exactly, because nobody can carry the match.
I don't think at any point in their careers right now, at a combined 1,000 years old, either one of them could carry. I don't even think one of them could carry one of them to the back of the room,
let alone in a match.
But it's undoubtedly. It just seems like it's going to happen because. Once McMahon puts something in his head, unless you shoot him, it's not coming out.
It's Vinnie Mac, man. So, Vinnie Mac runs the show, and if he wants it, he's going to get it. So,
the sooner I feel that Triple H is running the show, the better.
Hey, look at NXT. NXT speaks for itself, and that is all Triple H. And then the women's division right now is a mix of Triple H and Stephanie, and I couldn't be happier with the direction that the company is headed.
I see, like we spoke about this yesterday. I kind of see the Bellas on their way out.
Yep.
Especially if Daniel Bryan does not come back because of health issues. Brie is going to leave as well. That's their one-way ticket to start a family. I don't see Nikki being in the WWE alone without Brie.
Nope.
It just kind of defeats the whole Bella family, the Bella, Team Bella. But they have their Total Divas, so as long as that show is still going, they'll still be heavily involved with the WWE.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like the next generation now. Paige, Naomi,
Tamina,
Cameron, Tamina. I don't want to hit on the NXT girls yet because they're like the next generation.
Yeah, they're the step after these women right now. Even Natty,
Alicia Fox,
Natty.
And then you start working your way into Sasha Banks and
Bailey,
Becky
Lynch, Charlotte. You could still put. I still put Paige in that category of those NXT girls.
Yeah, because Paige's only been here for what, 2 years?
And she's just 22 years old now. I think
she's only been here 2 years. She's already a 2-time champ. Probably should have been a 3-time champ if it wasn't for interference from the Bellas.
Yep.
So I mean, it's headed in the right direction. I think it's going to get a little bit more towards wrestling than.
Which is what Triple H wants.
Playboy models.
Triple H and Stephanie want real wrestling, whereas Vince wants that prototypical big guy, just like he always has. where where those guys are just going to beat the crap out of each other for 15 minutes and be completely drenched in sweat and not have the stamina to work.
If the Bella twins leave, who do you think gets the title next?
Next,
it looks like I would have to say maybe Paige could be on her way to her third reign.
I don't want to say as a transitional champ, but
which could lead towards the new NXT girls who were on her side to help her get the title. They kind of not turn on her in a heel way, but turn on her. Well, all right, now we helped you get the title.
Now I want my shot.
Now it's all of us against you. We all want the title now.
And I could see that happening sometime after like Survivor Series or so, maybe beginning of the year.
Set up Mania.
Isn't that what they did with the Bella twins? They sort of like helped them, and then they turned.
Well, they had that whole where they turned on each other storyline, which they
lasted.
They didn't do enough of it.
No, they didn't because all of a sudden, 1 minute Brie is supposed to be her quote unquote slave for a month because she lost, and then all of a sudden she helps her win, and she's all happy, and you're my sister. I don't get it.
Yeah, and as we said, it just looks like Brie is not. And when she's in the ring, she doesn't look mentally there anymore.
Yeah.
Like a wrestler anymore.
Yeah.
Looks like
Nikki still wants to wrestle.
Along for the ride, I think.
Yeah, because again, her mind's not in it anymore. Because Daniel's not wrestling anymore.
On the show the other day, she was really upset.
Yeah.
She wasn't pregnant.
Well, time will tell. You gotta stop taking bumps if you want to be pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you can't keep doing that to your body if you want to.
You would know, Kev, right? I mean,
me?
Yeah, obviously that's.
Yeah, I know that.
You need to stop taking the bumps. I mean, you're looking to conceive sooner or later.
Still look like a birth to what I got.
It's a good thing that wrestler didn't get
thrown into
get rid
of this round stomach as we go.
Imagine if he would.
I've been carrying for 40 years. Oh boy. All right. Well, a little bit on Warriors of Wrestling last night. Besides the intense heat, it should have been cold. Feel the heat, but it wasn't. What do you feel that show that was a Warriors of Wrestling last night? They had the Royal Rumble main event. They also had the No Limits Fatal 4-Way title match, which was awesome.
Yep.
And that featured Drew Galloway, Joey Ace, Logan Black, and Matt McIntosh, which was a wake-up call for me.
Literally.
When Drew Galloway threw Matt McIntosh into the wall that I was pretty much leaning on while I was sleeping. So
he threw him into the wall right next to Kev.
I had about a 3-second warning to wake him up.
Yeah. Then he took a fan's chair, sat it down, had two fans hold Matt McIntosh down as he slapped the ever-loving hell out of his chest and made one of the biggest slaps I've ever heard in a live event.
Worse than a Ric Flair slap.
That was a really brutal slap. But it was the whole match was entertaining. Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, whatever you want to call him, the guy can work. He's only 30 years old. He can wrestle.
And it was a multiple fall match that they forgot to
mention to us.
That the first fall was for the No Limits, the Warriors of Wrestling No Limits Championship.
And the second fall was
which Joey Ace retained.
Yep.
And the second fall was for Drew Galloway's. Was it Scotland? Warriors Wrestling and Scotland Extreme whatever championship, whatever championship he has overseas.
Yeah, it's IWC or something. It's something. Like but Drew obviously won the second fall, retained his title. The match in whole was phenomenal. The card, top to bottom, was very, very entertaining. Yeah. There was one gentleman, I can't remember his name, he wrestled three times during that. The Greek. Whatever his...
RZ the Greek or RZ the Greek.
He wrestled 3 times that night. And it was just... He looked great. He's a young guy, he's a little green still, but he's a great wrestler. The main event...
A little blue.
The main event was a 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble style.
Yep.
It was
incredible.
Great match. We had Mr. Joey B winning.
Well, before you get to Mr. Joey B, who was one of the first 5 entrants.
Yep.
And he actually eliminated a number 1 entrant.
Yep.
To win the Royal Rumble. But how about Bonesaw Jesse Brooks?
Jessie Brooks. She
is a female in the ring with 6 male wrestlers
in a 6-man tag match.
And this was in the ring. She came back.
Yep, as number 30 entrant.
And she suplexed all 6 members in the ring, not once but twice, using a variation of 6 different suplexes.
Yep,
getting the crowd to, of course, chant Suplex City.
Well, the crowd would chant Suplex City
probably into the second one.
Yeah, into the second one.
Mind you, she also did it in her tag match.
In the tag match.
Oh, yeah.
But the way she shows
pure force.
Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. It wasn't suplexes.
It wasn't, it wasn't a German suplex where the guy went up and went back. I mean, she tossed him.
She was tossing
vertical suplex was the last one, which was the most impressive.
And she had
because this was the 12th suplex she did in about a 2-minute span.
She had Mr. Perfect. She did Mr. Perfect's perfect plex too.
She vertically pricked this gentleman up, held him for 4 seconds, and then dropped him.
Yep.
It was. She's a strong woman. She does look good in the ring. She looks very intimidating, but is the biggest sweetheart outside of the ring, which is hilarious.
He said that.
Yeah.
I see her a lot. I don't need her beating me up. Let me spreading rumors like that. Nick said that.
He's trying to sick her on me, and he'd like to see her suplex me, but I'll pass on that offer.
Well, I'm not saying it because she'll no.
You know what? We'll volunteer JT. And she can suplex JT
and Rob have been dying to get body slammed in the ring.
I want to make that. I want to make that happen.
George last night to do it.
Yes.
If unfortunately I cannot physically allow that, but I will be all for Rob and JT getting suplexed and body slammed.
I want somebody to let me body slam them.
That would be cool too.
Because, I do have a wrestling background. I mean, yes, it's in high school, but I would love to, and I want one of the bigger guys too. Like, I want somebody to test my upper body strength.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like slamming Benjamin Quinn, or R.C. the Greek. I mean, guys that weigh about $160. I don't want.
Trying to think who
or Jose.
Jose.
Yeah, we don't. I don't need to be, putting them through a mat. Maybe like a Matt McIntosh or
Matt's not
a
that
Jay
big of a guy, though.
Matt McIntosh is a thick guy. He's a big
really?
guy, yeah.
He doesn't even look it.
Yeah, well, he's
like
standing next to my 300-pound ass. Yeah, they look really small.
He just doesn't look like a big guy.
Jay George, maybe, or not
George. Okay, I can see that.
Not TJ Marconi, who's like 7'8".
Oh, come on, you don't body slam Marconi?
I can reach his shoulders. It's not fair.
But overall, I thought it was a great show. That was my first Warriors of Wrestling event that I've ever been to. They put on a great show from top to bottom.
I would love to slam Darius Carter because he's such an arrogant bastard.
He was the one who was the first entrant into the Royal Rumble.
He's great. He's such an arrogant jerk.
And talk about selling.
He played heel to the literally into the last person left
the building.
He was kicking bottles at people.
We're sitting there. The ring is already packed up, and we're sitting there talking with Drew McIntyre and Richie and hanging out, and he's still in kayfabe.
Somebody asked him for a picture, and he was like,
"He's like, no." He didn't even say anything. He
just
waved
waved.
them
He was
off.
like, eh.
And the fan looked thoroughly upset about it, but he was just pulling off kayfabe so well. It was brilliant.
It was great. So yeah, I would definitely love to slam
him.
The man formerly known as Hercule.
We're gonna see what we can do. Maybe we can talk to Joe Bellini or somebody and get this worked out.
I would slam Joe too.
Joe could take some bumps. We saw last night.
Yeah.
Joe could take a bump.
Maybe Joe can slam me.
He was a sweaty mess before he even got in the ring.
Yeah. Joe can still work though. Joe's entertaining.
I hope you're in good spirits and vertical today.
Vertical after that suplex onto the steel chair last night that broke the chair in half.
He had a rough night, but he's victorious nonetheless. But a great night. As always, but don't expect anything less from Warriors of Wrestling. It was good to see Chris Banks back in the ring.
It was great to see him in the ring. He looked very good.
Yep, great to see Chris Steeler in the house as always.
A guy who should be somewhere.
Should be noticed by now.
He should be. He's a phenomenal worker. He's good on the mic. He's got that pure look of a professional wrestler.
I gotta say, for the second show that I've been to, was a great show. Great.
Well, considering the first one you went to was a women's show.
Well,
you didn't have much to compare it to. But no, Warriors of Wrestling is a great show. I mean, let's put it this way: I was going to send Nick